Alrighty, all. Welcome back to another edition Q Sports Live After Dark. Time to put the kids away. It's time to play. We have Ben Francis, Derek Moore doing battle on the table. 10 ball is the game tonight. They are racing to 9 with 100 tomatoes on the line. I believe Ben Francis is up one set already. Welcome back, everybody. Glad to be back. Give my eyes a rest off the computer. Dave, CSL After Dark, Before Dark. Yeah, what the hell? It is true. CSL After Dark. This is the pre-dark version of CSL After Dark. And of course, guys, if you're just joining us, you know what to do. Hit that share button. Invite everybody you know. Going to be some good pool. Again, both of these guys know how to play this game. Be some good runouts, some good trash talking, some good dogging. Trash talking is the best part. You couldn't have me commentating if that was the case. What's going on, Johnny? Tuning in, Arlington, Texas, in the house. Happy Friday evening. Hopefully y'all are doing well. 15, says Derek Moore. That would have been a 15 had you been playing in the league. You're in for session 2. That's the important part. And while we are live tonight, guys, if you do have any questions about the league, feel free to ask. We are doing a Q&A session on this coming Sunday. It'll be live on Q Sports Live, 3 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time. What's going on, Lou? Thanks for tuning in. I already know from New Jersey. Hopefully you're doing well down there, keeping in good health. We're a little bit jealous here in Canada of our southern border friends. Y'all are open up for the most part down there. We are not. We are still in lockdown mode. Looks like Ben will have to step it up a notch. Are you talking about his height or his game? Yeah. He's like, wait a minute, step it up a notch. He's just started playing. Just the way that we score it, Dave, in the league. So with the Q Sports Live International Pool League, CSL IPL, if you do not take ball in hand, you have to make a ball on the break. And then if you don't take ball in hand and you run the rack, you get an extra 5 bonus points. So anybody that does have a table at home, the league is open to any player out there around the world. It is a worldwide league. We got players all over the place. Tell Derek he's using the wrong cue. Yeah, that's how we score it in 10 ball. It is 10 ball for sure. How long are we in lockdown for? I'm not sure. You know what? I don't even kind of listen to what they tell us anymore as far as when things are going to open up, because they announce that they're going to open up and then they revert and then they open and close, and I just don't even listen to it anymore. What's going on, Joe? Tuning in from Texas. There you go, guys. Any questions that you have, direct for Derek Moore. He is playing and watching. He'll even respond to your comments. Right? I don't know if y'all heard that, but he just said there's nothing better to do while Ben runs racks. I suppose that is true. I suppose. What's going on, Peter? Checking in Sydney, BC in the house. Welcome to it, y'all. If you are just tuning in, share that stream. Let's get it going. We are Friday night, everybody. Tie ball game, one apiece. And as I mentioned at the top, we are doing Q&A for the Q Sports Live International Pool League. We are live April 25th, this Sunday, 3 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time. We'll be going over all of the dates for all the divisions, the game rules, how it all works, how you can get in, all the information you'll need to know. Daryl says, won't help. You know what, Corey? I'm not sure. I think they might still be playing. I know when I came down down to the basement that they were still playing. I know Steph was watching, but I would assume, kind of based on what I saw, that yes, Mark is going to win that. Janesville, Wisconsin, tuning in. How are you, Ken? Yeah, Florida never ever locked down the whole time. Y'all made me jealous. Kaylin, how are you? Yeah, we're kind of the same way. We were this last week has been kind of a funny week for weather. We've had days where we've been 20 above, and that's in Celsius. And then the next day after 20 above, we're cold and snow. It's kind of been weird. These guys are just going to bat this one ball around for a little bit. Derek says he'll miss before me. I don't know if Ben's got something to say about that, maybe. Ben says golf game knowledge that. Take that. Yeah, these guys are just going to keep batting this one ball around. Golf game knowledge, buddy. Isn't that right, Caitlin? My heavens, the same thing is going on up here. Mother Nature done lost her dang mind. Certainly missed seeing everybody while we were out there traveling. It's been a long time since we've seen you, Kaylin. Nice hit. Gets rewarded. That one could be scary. That 8 ball could come into play here. sunny Las Vegas tuning in. How are you, Marshall? Thanks for those picks. I have to show Ben those. I'm actually going to show him after he's done this shot. Just kind of give him a sneak peek on what we get to look forward to. Cleveland, Ohio, checking in. How are you, Mike? All right, so they've finally made the one ball. Now they're on the two. Live stream, what's going on, Andrew?
Neither one of us has missed yet. Flinched first.
Oh, this should regain the lead for Mr. Derek Moore. Now that the now that the table's open, these guys can actually play. Oh, I would say the same thing if Ben was up. With a wide open table, this should be finished up here. Not much pool, no, for sure. That's why we try to do this. We try to break up the monotony of being locked down. And we are live again tomorrow night. Tomorrow is my turn. I will be taking on Kevin Plowman again. Wasn't happy with how I performed in my last matchup against Kevin, so we're going to do it all over again. I'm always doing well. I don't know what I'm doing well or why I'm doing well, but I'm always doing well. And as predicted, Derek Moore regains the lead. Get him, Edwin. Derek will see that comment. Paul Richens, yes, buddy.
I want him.
You just have to send me a message, my man. I'll send you my address and we'll play a little some. What's this tournament? This is 10 ball. They are playing a race to 9 for 100 tomatoes. You can make a lot of pizza pie with 100 tomatoes. Extra saucy.
I'm a 666. Darren.
It was close. Was that the old trap shot? Well, I guess we'll see. What's Derek's Fargo? Yes, 666. Mr. Franchise Fargo is a 728. I was ripping him off a point last week. Kind of got mad at me. Right? How dare you say 727? Right? Do you know how hard it is to earn 1 point when you're that high up there? I got the look of death when I said 727. Like, what are you talking about? Do you even know me? Right? I'll have to ship my glasses to Ben. Right, Kaylin? It was a near miss, though. It was very, very near miss. But you know what? Didn't I call this from the beginning, the old trap shot? That 728, that doesn't get lost on Benny. Well, let's rearrange the furniture a little bit with this shot. Something like that. That was close. 8-9 almost got tied up there again. Sitting okay, though. What's going on there, Mr. Bryce Powell? Have myself and Sean rematched yet? No, not yet. That's one that's sitting in the wings. I got to get on that. Have a rematch. If he's coming up, then you may as well come up. If you're both out in Drumheller, let's set it up the same as last time. We'll start early afternoon and get a double match in. A doubles match. Ooh. That's 2-2, correct, Ben? Yeah. What's going on, my main man from down under, Mr. Robertson? Also, another place that I'd love to go, Adelaide, Australia. When we go, you certainly know there, Mr. Pete, that we will be giving you a dingle, saying, hey, we're in town. Let's go paint it up a little bit. Hopefully you're doing well. How are things in Australia? The last I heard in Australia, it was a little chaotic. Hopefully it's a little bit better. What's going on, David Wilson? How are you? That was almost done to perfection right there. It was almost. You could have been a little straighter. A little straighter, a little closer to the ball. But I mean, you're close. You're, 98% of the way there. It was still a good shot. Hey, listen, if he's going to give me the good old evil eye for ripping him off a point, I expect him to live up to that 1 point. Right? He gave me the good old stink eye when I said he's a 727. And I got the death glare. No, I'm a 728. Yeah, I keep hearing. So is it, Pete, is it still to the point of, I don't want to say it. I don't know if I'll get in trouble from the Facebook police. But is there still, how do you say it without saying it? Is there still public shows of affection going on in Australia? The good old ninja cut. That's good, Ben. See how I gave you that one? right? I was a little bit late on the trigger, but I mean, in my mind, you were good.
I wish someone gave me that one. I wasn't a big fan of that one.
No?
No, bridging out of the pocket.
So, in case you guys are all wondering what Ben is shooting with, he plays with the Jacoby Black, obviously made by Jacoby. If you're looking to get one, shoot us a message. We do get a little bit of a deal on those. Just send us a message to Q Sports Live, and I'll let you know how you can get your hands on one. Still one of the best out there. Okay, perfect. At least you got what I was you picked up what I was putting down there. Yeah, one of my favorite carbon shafts. I've tried quite a few, and there's just something about it, the way it hits.
Compared to the last one, made a lot of noise.
Yeah, what happened on that break? I didn't see it. I was reading comments.
Quiet. Wanted to make sure you could finish your thought there.
Oh, so you were being considerate of me there.
Yeah.
You're so full of beans it ain't even funny. You have a siege. I haven't played with that one.
I guess I have to let you shoot it again. I hate it. I think I'm not gonna like it.
I think you probably will. Just hoping you don't.
See, and I'm missing what's going on here. I'm not even looking at the chess play. These guys are all gonna start. They're gonna bat this one ball around again.
It's my fault that I broke quiet.
Vikings new carbon fiber. Yeah, I haven't played with that one yet. He's thinking. He's thinking. That shot right there is extra hard for Mr. Francis. Still looking forward to the Ignite. I'm looking forward to the day that we can all get together in a pool tournament. That's the day I'm looking for. I'll play with a broomstick. Don't care. I'll leave my cues at home. I'll use my finger and poke the dang ball. Just
They were trying to set up that tournament.
yeah, they were. They were trying to set up a broomstick tournament. But if push comes to shove, if that's what I had to do to go play a live pool tournament, I would do it. Yeah. Pet says it's a trap.
I know. I already took ownership of this.
A 727 totally could have banked that cross side.
But he's a 728.
Right, but he's a 728, so he knew better.
That shot right there just proved it.
Yeah.
This shot is gonna prove that I think you should be.
But what do you do here? What do you do here?
No. Does not go.
It is a mystery.
It's like I'm gonna just cut it.
But he needs to drop a point so we can call him Boeing. Ben Van Boeing, 727.
Ben Van Boning.
Ben Boeing, 727. Boeing, not Boeing.
Well, I could have played that shot.
That's actually not bad.
I was out of options. If it was somebody else, I'd be like, yeah, call the ref, and then I just bash it as hard as I can. They can never call foul. Right?
So if I got the volume up loud enough that sometimes when those guys talk, can y'all hear them? I don't know if you guys can hear what sometimes what they say. Or whether, oh, look at this. That was a rather crafty shot. Right? Pinch shooter. Call in Florian. A blind man could have played that shot.
Good thing, 'cause I wear glasses.
Yeah, I think they were referring to the one that I was, or Pete's referring to the one that I called out Ben on it. I could have played that shot. That was a little bit tricky.
Yes. It's better than thin. I just felt, but I don't know if it is better, really.
We'll never know,
Well, is this now the trap shot?
right?
I can't quite tell. I can't quite tell.
Can't tell either. I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh yeah. See, there's that wittiness of Mr. Franchise. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. The good old wink wink double nudge. Ha ha ha. I just started to play this game, he says. That was a nice stroke. Very pretty. What's going on, Lou? What is my Fargo? Mine is small, just a tiny. It's a 615. Hasn't moved.
No one says.
No.
Derek is stuck as the devil. Yeah, for a while.
What's going on, Rick? Tuning in Sarasota, Florida. Yeah, this is why we do it, guys. So, I mean, Rick brings up, a good point. There's not a lot of pool going on. So, if this is new, if this is your first time watching Q Sports live, we just kind of started doing the CSL After Dark maybe a month and a half ago. Prior to that, even prior to the pandemic, typically we were traveling all over Canada and the United States, covering all kinds of events from juniors right up to pro, ladies events, the whole works. And we were live typically every weekend. And ever since the pandemic, it's not been a lot of pool going on. And so, while the uncertainty was going on, we started the CSL IPL, the Q Sports Live International Pool League. It's open to any player around the world. If you have a home table or access to a table and heartbeat, you can play. We're going to do a live Q&A session for that this coming Sunday, 3 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Make sure to tune in if you have any questions. We'll go over absolutely everything. But in the meantime and in between time, we try to do these live challenge matches. It is live out of my basement. And we try to do it as often as what we can to kind of break up the monotony. Keep things a little bit more entertaining. You are catching me, Kaylin. You'd kick my butt. That's for sure. Yeah, Chad. No, I am certainly glad I lived in Toronto for a very short period of time when I was somewhere in my 20s, my early 20s, and I loved it there. But thank heavens I don't live there anymore because it doesn't sound like a whole lot of fun with what y'all are going through. Even Quebec was locked down too. They had a curfew. They had to be, I think it was an 8 or 9 o'clock. Had to be in the house. Because apparently that's when COVID comes out. Somewhere around that 8 or 9 o'clock mark.
Yeah, right after 8:30.
Yeah, right after 8:30, right? 8:31, you better be in your house.
And it only comes out with 11 people or more.
Yeah, it only comes out with 11 people or more. But that's all we're going to say about COVID. I don't want to make this a political stream. We steer well away from the politics on Q Sports Live. We just like to have fun, right? That's it. No matter what we're doing, shooting good, shooting bad, we're going to have fun while we're doing it. So what would a 7-2-8 do here, guys? I think he's going to chip off the side of the one, go and tuck in behind that 7 ball. That would be my guess. I don't think he even heard me because he was talking. Let's see if I'm right. That was pretty darn sporty.
Good, really. Glued to the 7 and then behind the 10 and the 9, and then it's really
Well, hello, Miss Elaine. How the heck are you? It has been a hot minute since we've had the pleasure. Look at this. Look at this. This is what a 666 does, right? Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, Chad. I don't know whether they did announce at some point that the Stampede was going to go. However, given the fact that we're now back down to stage one lockdown, I don't know whether they are going ahead with it. I haven't played in a couple of years. Well, listen, Daryl, I'll tell you what. For yourself, anybody else out there, if you have access to a table and you're itching to play, trust me, with what we've done with the CSL IPL, it will be the closest thing you can get to real live competition without being in real live competition. And I know my opinion comes across as jaded because we started it. You don't have to trust me. I know that there's a couple of players that are on, or there were a couple of players on. I don't know whether they still are, that were playing in the league, and they'll tell you the same thing. I'm catching you, Andrew. I'm working on it. I used to be up. So, Andrew, I used to be a 649 or a 647, somewhere in there for Fargo. And I don't play on 9-foot tables. It's just not my game. I need glasses at the best of time. You put me on a 9-foot table, and I don't need glasses. I need binoculars at that point. So I went and played a couple of events up in Edmonton on a 9-foot table that got reported to Fargo, and I did not obviously play that well. And so I dropped even lower. I dropped to a 599, and I have been fighting like a dog trying to get it back up ever since. Very well done. The number of the beast, yeah. Well, Clark, you know Derek Moore, and he can be a beast to deal with.
You got super unlucky there.
He sure did.
Makes the bank, gets stuck behind there, then kicks it. Like, how do you hit it and it doesn't go in too, right? You kick it and hit it good.
That was rather unlucky in that rack for sure. At 5-2, correct? Beautiful. I'm even half on the ball tonight. Right? I was half on the ball tonight. I only missed the score once that I know of. That is the beauty of having ridgeback rails with Pro Cut. Yeah, 9-foot tables are so tough, at least for me. I spend far too many of my days sitting in front of a computer screen, and I finally figured out. So at the start of the pandemic, I was spending a massive amount of time in front of a computer. I was putting in 18 hours every day, and it was all computer work. And Ben can even vouch for that. He'll tell you it was 18 hours every day of staring into a computer screen, answering emails, so on and so forth. And I couldn't figure out why I was not feeling good. I was dizzy all the time, and went and had my eyes checked. And apparently I needed glasses. So went and got that done. And now I'm back to good. And you are correct. You cannot take your foot off the gas, that's for sure. Yeah, you're probably correct, Elaine. That's for sure. Whatever you're acclimated to, I think is what you're going to play well on. I just never played a lot of 9 foot. I was in the pool hall, and it was all about the bar box when I was learning to play the game. Yeah, I actually haven't tried obviously since the shutdown, and since pandemic hit, the halls haven't been open. So excuse me. So I haven't actually tried wearing my glasses on a 9 foot, and to see whether that makes any difference. But I'm curious now that you mention it. Wish indeed. Also, guys, so you know, with the CSL IPL, if you know any juniors, we have two divisions for juniors: 17 and under, and then 13 and under. All the junior kids, they play for free. There is no cost involved for junior kids, and if they don't have their own pool cue, let us know once you register for them for the league, and we'll make sure that they have a cue to call their own. Yeah, especially when we were growing up, Elaine, that's pretty much all it was everything was bar box. You really couldn't find a table that was on a or a tournament that was on a 9 foot. Going on. Oh, you know what? I should maybe bring up my YouTube comments. That might be useful. Fell asleep at the wheel. Sorry, YouTube. I'm getting there, though. There we are. Silas, what's going on? All right, so I do now have the YouTube comments up. Yeah, Spruce Grove, all you have is 9 foot. Yeah, quite the opposite. And it's funny how acclimated you get to a table, right? And whether, I find that I used to have a big problem going back and forth between the different tables, from diamonds to valleys, and back and forth and back and forth. I don't find that issue anymore. So it's, I guess there's an acclimation process you have to go through there as well. Yeah, for sure, Marshall. Y'all got some really, really nice rooms in Vegas. Obviously, I've been to Griff's. I haven't been to, I can't remember the name of the other hall that was mentioned yesterday. What's it called? My brain is fried. But yeah, when we come down there, man, let me tell you, Vegas is in trouble. Good times, that's right. Yeah, you do, Clark. You need to get in on the league there, brother. It's been a blast, and even so, the first session that we held was 15 weeks, and we found it was a little bit long for competition, but man, did it ever fly by. 15 weeks, it was in and done. Just like that game, says Ben Francis. In and done. I do have 6-3. I am on it today, Ben. Oh, I got to show you these pictures now that there's a break. Let me show you this. I've messaged entirely too many people today. I gotta go find them here. That's weird. Now I can't find the pictures. They're gone. Well, that's no fun. That sounds so good, Marshall. 12 hours. That still leaves you 12 hours to play, Clark. It's the one benefit of the league. We do not set your schedule. You have the entire week to play whenever works for you. So Daryl's asking, where do you start people in the league without a Fargo? So it used to be in session one, if you did not have an established Fargo rating, you had to start in Division Two. And we've since decided that if you happen to know a player that is currently playing the league that can apply a known ability, we will take that known ability and slot you into the appropriate division. If you don't know any of the players in the league, you can have your league coordinator or somebody of authority that knows your ability. They can also apply known ability. But if none of that works, then yes, if you do not have an established Fargo rating, then you would be starting in Division Two. Mr. Sean Jolly, my man, how are you? It has been a hot minute. Hopefully you're doing well. Health is good. Haven't seen Jerry for a little bit. If you talk to him, tell him we said hello. Hopefully he's in good health as well. No access to a table. Also for Session 2, in Division 2 and under, you can play both 8-ball and 9-ball. What's the difference in divisions? I will show you as soon as this table runs out here. We do use kind of a loose base on Fargo rate. So with Fargo, if you do have an established rating, we'll take that to start. Where you kind of run into the issue, and I'll just pop this up real quick. So there's all the divisions, obviously with the juniors at the bottom. Then you've got Division 4, which is 499 and under. Division 3, which is 500 to 589. Division 2, 590 to 639. Division 1 is 640 to 689. Semi-pro at 690 to 729. And then 730 plus in the pro division. So it is loosely based, at least initially, on Fargo rating. The issue that we have is your Fargo rating is based on live play. And there is a pretty big difference playing the Ghost versus live play. So we do use the Fargo rate initially, and then once you've played a session and we get data on it, that's where we start to apply our own known ability and our own rank. So at present, all of those divisions, currently in Division 1 and higher is 10-ball. Division 2 and lower, you have the option of playing either 8-ball, 9-ball, or both. It is a BCA-sanctioned league as well. And I'll I'll go into a little bit more detail on the BCA and what that means going forward on Sunday. And we're working on some pretty cool things with BCA. They've been great to work with. But yeah, that's kind of in a nutshell where we're at. And then I guess once the pandemic is kind of into the rear view, we have not approached the league as a pastime, something to do to kill the boredom. This is something that will go beyond the pandemic and going back to life as normal. With the league, yes, it is Ghost Play right now. We will have live play sessions. It'll be the same as every other league that operates out there, where you can put a team in, you play locally out of your bar, so on and so forth. So, yeah, that's kind of what we're about. What a shot! Nice shot, Mr. Francis. Doing well, Sean. It's for myself, it's really not been that much different. I keep going and doing what I do. I'm really lucky on a couple of different fronts where number one, I have a pool table at the house, so that definitely helps. But just in the type of businesses that I'm in, Q Sports Live and Jam Up Apparel, we can pretty much do online from pretty much anywhere. And then the construction is deemed essential, so I really haven't missed on too much. Just been busy, that's for sure. Family's doing well. I mean, I'm more. I don't worry so much about myself and Steph. I mean, we're to the age and kind of older where we're really not overly concerned about too much. But I more worry about the boys, right? We've got 9 and 11-year-old boys, and I'm more worried about their schooling. And from being shut down, schools open, not open, the homeschooling. I am not a teacher. I found out real quick the value of what teachers really are in the pandemic when schools were shut down. So, I worry more about that kind of stuff than perhaps myself. But, buddy, you and me both. I was so looking forward to that event in Niagara Falls because I had missed Penticton, I had missed Nanaimo. And I was really looking forward to Niagara Falls. In fact, I was at 9:30 that morning that everything got shut down and canceled. I was still packing, man. 9:30, I was ready to rock and roll and get onto a plane at 11:30 and get there. However, at about quarter to 10 is when we found out that it was going to be shut down. So I was rather disheartened, same as Vegas. I said last night on the stream too. One of the hardest things about Vegas coming up for VNEA is the fact that we won't be there, and the hard part's going to be seeing all the pictures and people playing pool and the tournament setting. How do you go 3 rails through that stuff?
Only Ben can.
Only Ben franchise.
Gotta be a franchise to go through that window and find a pocket. I don't know. Did you see the 2 windows I found in this set so far?
Yeah, man. Sean, let me tell you. You tell your wife how valuable she is. Because I found out real quick, I am not a teacher. I do not teach well. Especially your own kids. Hey, Ben? You just don't teach your own kids that well. Yeah. Yeah, there's a Me Too movement that I can get on, right? I can get behind that. I cannot teach my kids. Third grade math is so hard. I don't know how they teach these kids.
It's not that the questions are hard. It's that
Yeah, they do.
the way they teach.
Yeah, the way they teach right now is what in the heck? Grade 3 math, man. It's deadly, that stuff. But you let your wife know, Sean, that yeah, it's she is very, very valuable. 7-3, 8. God, I missed one. How did I miss that? I must have been rambling on.
It was probably, well, he gave me the 8, 9, 10 that time, and the last time he gave me the 9, 10. So
Oh, I see. Yeah.
it's harder to keep score when they're giving balls, you know, because you think the game's not going to be over yet, so you got time to mark the score still.
Yep. How ironic is that? Sean's teacher is a grade 3 teacher.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Cherish that lady, Sean.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. Ben's trying to body English something in there. So Ben Francis on the hill, y'all. Well, especially Brian, you know what? I don't have issues in math the way that we were taught. I'm actually fairly decent at math the way that we were taught to do math. But trying to relearn the new math and how they're teaching today, it's just confusing. No wonder these kids can't figure it out. That was a rather good shot. It does leave the one rail kick for Ben. Plus, you just got custody of your 1-year grandson. If that was, I hope that's a good statement, Sean.
I thought, obviously, a good shot.
Ben says, I'm on the hill too. Ben Francisco says, I'm on the hill too.
Come play some, Ben. Even you can beat me right now.
Francis.
You guys can play in Mr. Schultz again.
How have you been there, Mr. Francisco? I hope you're doing well. That is good to hear, Mr. Jolly. I like to hear success stories. Well, I'll tell you what, there was a lot of players that when they first joined in did mention where they're from. I always like to ask, where's everybody tuning in from? Let us know. The couch doesn't count. What you looking for? Yeah, just stick the claw on the shorty. Yep. I knew you were gonna come with that, Sean. Watching from my house. In the living room, on the couch. In my favorite position, on my favorite spot on the couch. With my feet kicked up on the coffee table. Yeah, Travis, across the street.
Socially distanced.
Right? Safe. Mark safe.
Connecticut, USA. Pennsylvania is in the house. ND, I believe, is North Dakota, Colorado. Come on, y'all. Let me know. Any overseas? I know that I was sure we had Philippines on earlier. I know Australia's been in. Cape Breton's in the house. Ben Francisco says, hello, Ben, and hello, Brother Derek.
Hello, who's it?
Ben Francisco.
Attaboy, Ben. Nice to hear from you, buddy.
Timmins, Texas in the house. What's that? What'd you say, Derek?
I'm hearing from all the Filipino friends today.
Yes.
Edwin, Ben.
Cape Breton, Naples, Florida.
Gotta find side action for the next set. I'll take me.
Side action for the next set. Derek says he'll take himself. How's the lumber and construction cost doing in Canada? You must have heard something there, Mark.
Millionaire for 2 sheets.
Yeah, right? You got to be rich to afford 2 sheets of drywall.
Saw a guy walk
or two sheets of plywood.
2 10-foot 2x4s today.
Yeah.
He must have been a millionaire.
Bismarck, North Dakota. Are you guys coming to Four Bears next week? Newtown. I so wish we could, Jeff. I so wish we could. It's not so much getting across the border. It's the 3-week quarantine that we got to do when you come back.
Well, I saw you get
Kitchener, Ontario. Ryan Epp. Mr. Epp. Mr. Epp is on watching. How you been, Ryan? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully health-wise you're doing well.
to watch Ben beat up on me.
Yeah. Tuned in just in time to watch Ben Francis beat up on Derek Moore. You picked a good time.
This set anyway.
Beating up on himself. Pretty much.
It has been a hot minute since you've been on, Ryan.
Here we go again.
We appreciate you tuning in. But yeah, with lumber in Calgary right now, it's ridiculous. How's the health doing, Ryan? Hopefully everything is still under control. I think last time we talked, you kind of had it under control. Everything was good. And let us know again. I always forget the name of that dang camping page that you've got. But doing well, guys. If you're looking to find out what Ryan's been up to, I'm sure he'll post the name of his camp. Hey, Calgary Camping Club. Yeah, just post it. If you want to check out Ryan Epp, that's where you'll find him. Been on the news, the radio, all kinds of fun stuff. Yeah, a 2x6x12, $40. Lumber in Canada is expensive. They must be relying on those beavers to cut it all down for them. Crownland Camping, Alberta. There you go. 84,000 followers. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. That's a good thing, though.
To charge extra more than you have.
I'm glad it's going well for you.
And then they got to pay the extra on top of that. So
He said there was a day where it went up in 2 hours,
yeah.
like 20 something cents.
Yeah, I think it's gone up like 300%.
And there was one day where like he went in the morning and went back and it was like 20 something cents more per foot.
Holy. Yeah, it's good. And why? Does anybody know the answer? Y'all, do you know the answer?
So even if somebody
Why is lumber so crazy expensive?
and then you like tell them the cost of lumber,
Yeah, and then
but
it
you
goes
go 2 hours later
Yeah,
and it's like 20% more than what you just quoted them
Yep.
2 hours ago.
yeah, it's crazy.
You're calling them
You're
back,
working for free.
or you're calling them back saying, look, can't do it.
Yeah.
Here's your money back.
Yeah. How did the match versus Mr. Plow end up? Oh, Steve, I played so bad. So bad. We're going to do it again tomorrow. So tomorrow night, it'll be myself and Kevin Plowman. It's a little bit of a rematch. I did not play very well. So, yeah, he got me. And you can't take anything away from Kevin. He hasn't played since the pandemic and since the shutdown. So, man, he played good. Still growing at 700 a day. That's crazy. You done outgrew us, Mr. Epp. Nice little brush shot. Does he go around and shoot the gap between the 5 and 8? Or does he try the inside juice? Inside juice. What's that?
8-5 in case you care.
8-5. Yeah, of course I care. 85. Ryan distracted me. Aren't you glad you tuned in, Ryan? Hey, right at the right time. Your timing is impeccable. So a little bit of a difference here on CSL After Dark compared to what we normally would do on Q Sports Live. Don't do a lot of play-by-play action. Both Ben and Derek can hear pretty much everything I say, so I can't really map out tables. So on the CSL After Dark, it's more just conversation. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask away. I will do my best to give you the straight goods. And if you have any answers, I'm a real big fan of answers. Could have made that easier on himself. Swish! There you go, guys. Ben Francis taking down set number 2. Are we doing it again? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Was there even a question there?
It's early. It's early.
All right, y'all. So I'm going to do a quick shutdown restart. We will go out, check the weather, make sure it's still cold here in good old Calgary, Alberta. Don't go far. We'll be back roughly 5 minutes from now, maybe 7. We'll be back with another set. Ben Francis, Derek Moore, on behalf of myself and the rest of the Q Sports Live team, thanks for tuning in, y'all. We'll be back here in just a few minutes.